So now let's talk about artificial intelligence. What is it exactly? You've heard a lot about AI, and you've heard that AI is going to take your job. That's a big thing. So, AI, is it going to take your job? I don't know. Maybe it depends on the job you're doing, right? But actually, there are some jobs that AI cannot take. Um, So artificial intelligence, which is also called AI, is the ability of machine or computer system to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. So tasks that will normally require a human to do, AI is able to do that. And some of the tasks can be learning from information. You know how human learn a job and they kind of action it. AI can do some of that. Or maybe recognizing pattern. Like a human, like you as humans, you can recognize your sister's face, your brother's you know, face and all of that. So AI can recognize patterns. Understanding languages. A lot of you have a lot of language, not like a lot of language. You can make some of you can speak more than one language. So you can speak maybe Yoruba or Igbo or Urobo or um what's the language in maybe Cross River or Calabar? I don't know.
Pigeon.
What was the language? Sorry, I didn't hear the person that just spoke. English. I don't know. I don't think they speak English there, but I was looking like the language of okay, I think you're breaking. Okay, sorry, you're breaking, but that's okay. So AI can actually understand languages. Let's see if we're all on the same page. It's okay. I think the network is bad, but hopefully you can hear me. But I think when you spoke, you were breaking a little bit, but that's fine. So let's see here. Okay. Okay, so then AI can make decisions. So you can tell it, when this happens, do this or decide which of the three options, right? You can make decisions and AI can also create content and also solve problems. So I want you to know that AI does not have emotions. I've heard things of people saying that some people are dating AI now because AI is always answering them, is always there for them. AI does not have any emotions. And also, AI works by processing data, um, which is our next point here. It works by processing data, patterns, and generating outputs based on probability. So AI is not certain, it just always tells you based on what it knows, pretty much. And sometimes it can give you a few probability here and there. Okay, so very simple example, which is can be very relatable. So, if I show you a picture of a cat and a dog, every day for months, eventually you will start to recognize the differences between a cat and a dog automatically, right? So AI works the same way. It is trained with massive amounts of data, images, text, video, numbers, and over time it learns the pattern. So that's more on the pattern analysis. When you ask an AI system a question, it doesn't know the answer like a human, right? But it can predict the most likely correct response based on what it has learned. So that's the prediction side of AI. So it can predict, okay, this person's asking me about the US election. And obviously, AI works with the internet. It gets all the news, all the data, and all the inputs in there. And it can tell you, oh, okay, this is what's currently happening, or this is what's currently happening in the US, or this is what's currently happening in Nigeria, or this is what is currently happening in Canada, based on the data pretty much. And I've actually asked AI to predict, you can ask it to predict, oh, what do you think the next biggest business will be in Nigeria? What should I be thinking on? It's going to tell you based on patterns, based on knowledge, based on what it has learned over time, generally. Okay, so we already talked about how AI actually works. Let's see what our next slide should be. So we're going to talk about some of the differences in AI tools. I'm just making sure, like, are you guys seeing all of my screen or just one? Are you seeing all the slides? Like the from beginning to the end? Just a quick check.
No, ma'am, you need to zoom out a little, ma'am.
Okay, you guys would have told me. Wow, look at that. Is it better now?
Much better now, very much better.
Okay, so let me know if you can't see anything or if you cannot hear me, please, because this is very important for you to see. And the same thing with AI. I'm not calling you guys AI, but um, the more you see, that's the more data you receive, right? The more information you get. The visuals you need to see with your eyes, hear with your ears, and so on and so forth. Okay, yeah, so let's talk about important distinctions that you must understand about AI. Let's see, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with talking about so artificial intelligence, which is AI, is the big umbrella term. When you get AI is a lot of things, but AI is just the umbrella term that people use. And it refers to any system that can perform tasks that normally requires human intelligence, as we said before. Now, you must have heard something called machine learning. So machine learning is a subset of AI, and it's how AI systems learn from data instead of being manually programmed. So the more data they see, the better they become. Then automation is different, right? Automation simply means tasks are performed automatically, just the way the name is. So automation does not always involve intelligence. It doesn't really involve the system to think sometimes. For example, when an alarm rings, at a certain time every day, that's automation. That's not AI. That's like you're getting it to repeat itself over and over again. However, there is a combination of AI and automation, which is AI automation. So when AI is combined with automation, then systems will become more powerful. So if using the alarm ringing at a certain time every day, for example, which I don't know, haven't seen it, but you can then program your alarm to say something different every day or so, something like that. Right? So now it's working with data maybe from the internet or something and giving you morning updates while still ringing the alarm. So that's you're combining it with AI too. Okay, so just on your screen here, you can see narrow AI, which is a type of AI. We did cover this in our previous classes, which I'm just going to repeat again. So narrow AI, this is the AI we use today. It is designed to perform specific tasks. It is very, very specific. Narrow AI cannot do everything. That's why it says narrow AI, right? So example of that is ChatGPT, the AI image generators. You can hear the name image generators. It just generate images, or voice assistants, or some recommendation systems. So narrow AI does not think beyond what it is trained to do. I remember when AI started, there was a job that people were applying for. I think it's called AI trainer job. Now that job, a lot of my friends did it. It was more on training the AIs, right, to do a certain task. And some of those tasks are narrow AI, especially when, the system is not too complicated. Just do one task at a time based on what you have trained it to do. Okay, so then the second type of AI is generative AI. So make sure that as I'm going through this class, I'm going to pause a little bit to ask questions. So make sure you're writing it down. I'm going to tell you to explain what a few things are. This is a very interactive session. I'm going to pause pretty soon. So make sure you are taking note, jotting down in case the question shows up. Okay, so generative AI is a type of narrow AI, and it creates new content such as text, images, video, music, codes. So it generates. So it's a type of narrow AI, right? Okay, so this type of AI we are learning in this training. We're going to learn most of this in this training. Then we have general AI, which is a strong AI. This is this is actually a very theoretical AI that would have human level intelligence. So this type of AI does not exist yet. So now with the word general, it means that it can do almost everything, right? It's very general. You can throw anything at it and it can do it. Most of our AI tools that we have today usually have very specific function. So it doesn't really do anything. So from this type of AI, the two types of AI that we see here is narrow AI and general AI. I know the last class we talked about three types, but for this class, I'm going to sit with it two. So narrow AI and general AI. Generative AI is under narrow AI, just in case you are asked, right? Okay. So, when you hear scary stories about AI taking over the world, understand that they are mostly science fiction. There's a lot of music, sorry, not music, there's a lot of movie right now on Apple TV or Netflix or maybe your local TV stations that talk about like AI is taking over all the job. AI is, babysitting children. AI is doing this. AI can do everything. Anyway, for now, AI cannot do everything, but it will most likely get there because that is how computers started. Like the computer you see today now, we have devices on our phone, handheld devices. Nobody believed it could get to that stage. Prior to now, computer used to be like very big, like it will fill a whole building. Like I don't know what is it called, mini frame or whatever it is. Yeah, I have to check with my computer classes in secondary school. But computer used to be like very big, but now, you pretty much have like desktop, laptop. So AI is getting there and it's not scary if you keep up to date with it, right? It's like now, I know so one of the students mentioned that is very into tech and a very techie is developer or something. As long as you keep getting, that knowledge, you keep, improving yourself in AI, you will continue to not get replaced, right? And it comes across for all field and all jobs. All right, so we're getting somewhere. Let's talk about AI in our daily life. So I am going to pause here and start throwing some questions so that we can get more relaxed because we're going to be getting into some generations soon. So I'm just going to make sure everyone is on the same page before we get there. So AI in your daily life, I'm going to pick randomly. Tell me what you think you can use AI to do, in your daily life. So let's hear from Rosalind. Okay, while I do this, actually, I'm going to pause my recording. Oh no, I paused my screen sharing. Actually, let's pause my screen sharing too, as well as my recording. Okay, so we talked about AI in your daily life, and you guys gave very great example. So you're already using AI. So when your phone camera detects your face, for those of you that have facial recognition on your phone, that is artificial intelligence. When your email spam filters, that is artificial intelligence. So when your banking fraud detection app notifies, you of fraud, it kind of looks into your activity and say, oh, maybe somebody is trying to withdraw, um, what will I use? Maybe somebody is trying to withdraw Mary's money. in Italy and Mary is in Nigeria. So your bank detection app will be like, ah, no, the Mary has never withdrawn money in Italy before. Um, and it kind of just sends you and automatically restricts those assets if, depending on the bank you're using, if their AI is working. But yeah, so bank fraud detection, even social media recommendation, AI has been used already for social media recommendation. For those of you how the For You page or suggested to you, Instagram has actually had that for a very long time, like suggest to you, even TikTok and so on and so forth. Even Facebook, they suggest things to you. They use artificial intelligence. Navigating apps, voice to text typing, my most of our phones, they have this speaker where you speak into it and it types whatever you're saying. So that is artificial intelligence. So AI has actually been used for the longest time, right? So imagine you are a company that has access to that have been using AI 10 years ago or 20 years ago. How long have we had face detection apps or on our phone? I believe it's more than 5 years plus. Yeah. So that's why you see that these big tech companies are standing out because they've been using this tool even before you knew about it. So when you see Microsoft, or when you see Facebook, or when you see like Tesla, there's nothing special about them except the fact that they have the knowledge that you don't have. And that's why we're trying to make sure that we are closing the gap on those knowledge. Because when you have some sort of knowledge, you're able to build from it. So imagine now we've had face detection. Right now, you know, it's not just detecting faces. You can detect a whole human being, can detect a lot of things right now, so on and so forth. Okay, so common myth and that can be debunked. So AI will replace all jobs is a myth that is going all around. The truth is AI will replace tasks, not all people. So if your job requires maybe repetitive task or some sort of task, AI can replace that in the future or maybe now. Some of the things that people say is AI is only for tech expert. No, AI is for everyone, anyone who can give instructions. As long as you can tell it what to do, give me this, give me that, AI is for you. Then AI is dangerous by default. People were really scared when artificial intelligence came, but the truth is AI will always depend on, not always, AI depends on how human use it for now. So we don't know, maybe in the future AI can start thinking on its own because we know we have like, I don't know if we have robots that can, think on their own and so on and so forth. Um, but yes, for now, AI is not dangerous. AI is here to help you, right? Another example I can use was um, what's it called? I don't know. I believe that even when telephone came, depending on where you are, I'm going to use Africa as an example. Even when telephone came into Africa, a lot of people were very skeptical and they're like, there was a lot of maybe religious things around it or beliefs around it, even TV too, right? When TV showed up, when streaming came, anything new that comes, people will always fear. People are scared of change, right? So as long as change happens, people get scared, they bring theories around it. And that's the same way we have a lot of theories around AI, that AI is so bad, it's so terrible, it's so this, but no, it is not. So AI will sometimes depend on human to use it. Okay, so now this is going to be one of the things we're going to be doing today for this session. We're going to be generating images using AI. To do that,